Ever wondered how pen testers uncover vulnerabilities in systems even before they start the actual penetration testing? Picture an iceberg. The visible part is what we see during the penetration test. The hidden part? That's the reconnaissance phase. The success of any pen testing venture is deeply rooted in the information gathered about the target during this phase. It's about understanding the landscape before setting foot on it. To understand this, let's dive into the world of target recon for pen testers. Reconnaissance, often the first step in pen testing, is all about collecting as much information as possible about the target. Think of it as the foundation of a building. A robust foundation sets the stage for a secure and strong structure. Similarly, a thorough reconnaissance phase paves the way for a successful penetration test. Now let's delve into the different types of reconnaissance: active and passive. Active reconnaissance involves direct interaction with the target system, exploring it for potential vulnerabilities. It's like knocking on the door to see who answers. But remember, this kind of approach can alert the target system to your presence, so tread carefully. On the other hand, passive reconnaissance is more like watching the house from across the street. It involves gathering information without directly interacting with the target system. This could be anything from observing network traffic to exploring publicly available information. The benefit, it's less likely to raise alarms. Both active and passive reconnaissance play pivotal roles in the pen testing process. They each yield unique pieces of the puzzle, helping to create a comprehensive picture of the target system. Active reconnaissance may provide detailed insights into the system's inner workings, while passive reconnaissance can uncover valuable context and peripheral information. However, it's important to remember that with great power comes great responsibility. Ethical considerations are crucial in the realm of reconnaissance. As pen testers, we're granted a level of trust, and it's paramount that we respect this trust. We should only gather information necessary for the task at hand, avoiding unnecessary intrusion into personal or sensitive data. In essence, the reconnaissance phase is a delicate balancing act. It requires a blend of technical skill, discretion, and ethical integrity. It's about knowing where to look, what to look for, and most importantly, understanding the boundaries that should not be crossed. Remember, the more information one has about the target, the better the chance of identifying vulnerabilities. So, take your time in this phase. Be meticulous and methodical, because a well-executed reconnaissance can set the tone for the rest of your pen testing journey. In the world of pen testing, tools make a big difference, but which ones matter when it comes to target recon? Let's begin with Nmap, the network mapper. It's a free, open-source tool that helps pen testers discover hosts and services on a computer network. With its powerful scanning capabilities, Nmap can identify what devices are running on a network, what operating systems they're using, and even what type of packet filters or firewalls are in use. Think of Nmap as the Swiss Army knife of reconnaissance. It's versatile, reliable, and an absolute must-have in any pen tester's toolkit. Moving on to Shodan, often dubbed as the search engine for hackers. Unlike traditional search engines that crawl the web, Shodan crawls the Internet of Things, indexing devices connected to the Internet ranging from refrigerators to nuclear power plants. It's an invaluable tool for pen testers, providing a global view of connected devices and systems that could potentially be exploited. Next up is Wireshark, a well-regarded network protocol analyzer. It lets you see what's happening on your network at a microscopic level. Wireshark can capture and interactively browse the traffic running on a computer network. It's like having a high-powered microscope that allows you to examine the smallest details of network behavior, packet by packet. And let's not forget about tools like Maltego, a powerful tool for visualizing data relationships. It's great for mapping out networks, finding weak points, and identifying potential avenues for exploitation. Lastly, we have tools like Metasploit, a comprehensive framework for penetration testing. It's packed with ready-to-use exploits that can be used to carry out precise attacks against a system. Remember, these tools are not a magic bullet. They require skill and understanding to use effectively. But when wielded by a knowledgeable pen tester, they can reveal a wealth of information about a target. They can uncover vulnerabilities, expose weak points, and provide a roadmap for how to approach a target. The right tools used correctly can provide a wealth of information about the target. Now that we know the importance of reconnaissance and the tools used, How does it all come together? Let's visualize a high-level example. Imagine our pentester, we'll call him Alex, is performing a penetration test on a corporate network. Alex has already completed his reconnaissance phase, gathering as much information as he could about the target system. He begins by analyzing the data he's collected. He's identified the operating system, server software, network topology, and even some user information. Now he needs to interpret this raw data and identify potential vulnerabilities. For instance, from his gathered data, Alex notices that the company is using a version of server software that is known to have certain vulnerabilities. This could be a potential entry point for Alex, but he doesn't stop there. He digs deeper, cross-referencing the information he has with known vulnerabilities, patches, and exploits. He's not just looking for a way in, he's looking for the most efficient and least detectable way in. Alex also considers the human element. He's identified some user information during his reconnaissance. Maybe one of the users has a weak password or uses the same password across multiple systems. This could be another potential vulnerability Alex could exploit. Remember, the goal isn't just to find a vulnerability, it's to find the best vulnerability, the one that will give Alex the access he needs with the least amount of risk. Once Alex identifies potential vulnerabilities, he can start planning his attack. He knows what tools he needs, what methods to use, and what potential obstacles he might face. He's not just blindly attacking the system. He's performing a calculated, targeted attack based on the detailed information he gathered during his reconnaissance. This is why the reconnaissance phase is so important. It's not just about gathering data, it's about interpreting that data, identifying vulnerabilities and planning a targeted attack. It's about being a step ahead of the defense. The true power of reconnaissance lies in how well the gathered data is interpreted and utilized. So what have we learned about target recon for pentesters today? We've discovered the crucial role of the reconnaissance phase in identifying potential vulnerabilities. We've explored the tools of the trade, from network mappers to vulnerability scanners. We've seen how all this information comes together to form a comprehensive picture of the target. As we wrap up, keep in mind that every successful pentest begins with thorough reconnaissance. Remember, in the world of pentesting, knowledge truly is power, and that power starts with effective reconnaissance.